Hello, this is Dr. Paulette Jones Olasoji. I pray you had a very, very good day in the Lord. I've come to you today with our book club. For those of you who are still reading with us, we're on Chapter 6 of Life After Bankruptcy. Remember, I told you I wrote this book in 2017, but even as I'm reading it today, everything just seems so relevant as if they're just beginning to happen. All right, so we're going to begin our lesson. It's a little bit lengthy, so I want to begin now. So get your book out, call your friend, tell them we're about to begin the book club. All right? So today in Chapter 6 of Life After Bankruptcy, we want to talk about emotional bankruptcy. Now, emotional bankruptcy, if not caused medically, occurs when you make more withdrawals from your emotional bank than you make deposits into that same account. When that happens, depression can occur. Now, for those of you who work in the people business or do counseling, you already know that as you do that, you take on so much stuff, but you have to be able to shake it off. You can't afford to take those things home with you because you have a family as well. So the depression then is spiritual bankruptcy. You need to realize that your brain, as the physical building that holds the chemicals that serves as the currency that makes your world move on its axis. So guess what? Take care of your brain. Sure, you have good days, but notably, you may have bad days. So on a good day, you feel well, joyful, and excited. It's on those days that you make deposits of those endorphins into your emotional bank account. Oppositely, on a bad day, you write a check to cover your withdrawals. So keep in mind now, everything we previously said about economics and balancing your checkbook. You must always be sure you have deposits made into your account to cover your checks, or you will get a notice from the bank. You know, you say, oh Lord, my brain is on shutdown. My sister says that all the time. As with finances and your spirit man, balance is the key to your emotional account. You must keep your emotional checkbook balanced. If you don't, you become overdrawn and eventually find yourself in bankruptcy, and you don't want to be there. If you continually have those bad days, you are unable to make the deposits that help keep your head above water. So as you spend yourself emotionally into debt, that is your head. You become like a person drowning. You go down once, but you manage to bobble up to the top with hands stretched out for help. Then you go down for the second time, and emotional muscle fatigue begins to set in. Finally, you go down the third time, and soon you realize that something is terribly wrong, but you don't know what to do about it. Do you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy and have your credits forgiven? Or do you file Chapter 13 wage earners and pay as you're able? What will they sell to balance the debt though? Will you lose your position on your job, in the ministry, or your family? At this point, realize that you need the safety of counsel. Sometimes you may have to borrow funds, not financial money now, but medical treatment to help balance your emotional checkbook. Don't worry, it's not permanent. It is just until you're able to begin making deposits into your emotional account on your own. And there's nothing wrong with getting counsel or help if you know you feel yourself slipping into depression. You may be able to figure out all this on your own, but you may need a lawyer, a financial advisor. That financial advisor, that lawyer, just might be your doctor, your pastor, or your counselor. Don't take the advice of an ill-advised friend who simply agrees with your low bar. You know, you have people say, oh, you in low bar? I don't want to go to low bar. Okay. Low bar is a place of no hope, no pastor, total desolation decisions. They may be in Lodebar themselves and have become comfortable being there. That may be just the person who wants you to file bankruptcy because they see you as competition. They desire your position on the job, in the ministry, or even in your marriage. Yes, I said your marriage. Wow. I know that's deep. See it as one to grow on. Get to an advisor who can give you deposits that relieve the stress that keep pulling you back under. It may not be a bad thing to get a short-term loan in order to get your feet back on a solid ground. When you begin to sink and there doesn't seem to be the help you need, this may be the one way to be rescued. Now, I know what you're thinking. Borrowing and not being able to repay is what helped to push you into this predicament anyway. Well, that's not your only alternative, though. Another way is to begin making small deposits all on your own by doing the things you enjoy just for a little while. You may be able to do something as simple as home redecorating or cleaning the house. You know those little things you have been putting off because you've been so busy withdrawing from your emotional account for other people who you know feel don't appreciate you anyway? This will put a big smile on your face though when you see the kitchen sparkling and you smell the scent of purple fabuloso. That's my favorite. So I just wanted to throw that one in. You ever don't feel good? The house maybe just make you feel a little depressed? Come on and get you some purple fabuloso and clean the house. I woke up one morning and changed the colors in the bedroom to orange. The master bedroom to orange. And the bathroom to orange. That put a smile on my face. One of the guest bedrooms have 2 twin beds, so I made that room pink and purple. There are 2 windows, so I put a pink spread with a pink curtain at one side of the room, and the other side of the room did have a purple spread with purple curtains. I guess you say, all in one bedroom? Yes, I was making deposits into my emotional account. That just happens to be the Tweety Bird room. So there are Tweety Bird cups, pictures, stuffed animals all over that room. I'm smiling just writing this, so I'm making deposits into my emotional account. I know you're laughing, but it helps me. I did what pleased me and not what I thought would please other people. Are you getting it now? You can't live your life for everybody because you can't please everybody. So put on some clothes every day. Make sure it's clothes that you feel good in. That's another small deposit. But can't you see your account growing day by day? You are only allowed 1 pajama or house dress as an outfit a week. Only 1. Monday is my pajama day. I just want to lounge around with a pillow under my head to recover from a busy weekend of giving out. That's my day to make deposits into my emotional account. That's the day that I do my feet, I do my nails, I do my face. So I want you to run to the mirror now. Fix your face and your hair. I do that if I'm just staying home and not expecting guests. I find that if you look good on the outside, your inside will feel good too. You had convinced yourself that you had nothing else to give, but look how quickly your account is growing. How many deposits you've made in just one day. Before you get too comfortable, go on and lay out your clothes for tomorrow and get into bed at a reasonable hour. Pastor Joanne Clark and Dr. Diane Curry go to bed at 8 p.m. I have not mastered that yet. All these deposits made daily will help you get out of emotional bankruptcy. What you do daily will keep your emotional checkbook balanced. So stop being a procrastinator. I just added those 2 recently. 1, I have borrowed from Joel Osteen. He said to live as if everybody loves you. You may know someone who don't like you, but just smile at them and give them a big old hug if necessary with your wonderful self. When they stare at you and mean mug you, just tell yourself, oh, it's just because you look so good and they admire how good you look. That's one to grow on. That one made me smile. The second thing is mine. Stay out of other people's affairs and keep them out of yours. Why do you concern yourself with what goes on in other people's lives? That's not your concern. If you can't help the person, then don't belittle or talk about them. Just pray for them. And when people call you with other people's stuff, end that conversation immediately and go back to your happy place. You just made another deposit. As your good days begin to outnumber your bad days, you are on the road to emotional, financial balance. Each day, you deserve to give yourself a big hug. Come on, sister. Your face was the first one I saw when I wrote that. Find some time for you. Please begin making those deposits in your emotional bank account today. You can't keep spending yourself into emotional bankruptcy. Don't wait for someone else to say, I love you. Tell yourself, I love you every morning. I do. Hugs and kisses are what I'm sending out to you today. I pray that you begin to balance your emotional checkbook. Guess what? You deserve it. I love you. I will see you again when we come back for Chapter 7. Who are those people in this church anyway?